Hey you, what up? Welcome to my channel, welcome back. I'm Maryam, and today I am going to be testing a lot of new makeup. I love doing these types of videos because it gives me a chance to kind of just relax, chill out, test out, and try new makeup, create a look without really knowing where the look is heading. So it's always a very easygoing vibe type of video for me. And today we have lots of very interesting products. We've got some Charlotte Tilbury, we've got some Too Faced, we've got some new Huda Beauty, new ColourPop, new YSL, and just a bunch of new newness that I slapped onto my face, created this look, and tested out for you. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Remember to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let's do this. Testing out new makeup for the month of January 2022. Here we come. All right, so my eyebrows are already done. I don't have anything new to test out for eyebrows. For my primer today, I am gonna go with my Essence My Skin Perfector Tinted Primer because I love it a lot. And I think this might be a really good base for the foundation that I'm testing out today. I'm actually applying this primer with my fingers today, which I typically don't do, but I'm doing that today because I really want my base to be as smooth as possible. So I almost want it to blend into my skin. Also, I don't know if you guys notice, but to me, I look super swollen today. Like my under eye and my eyes are a little bit on the puffy side. Yesterday was my stepmom's birthday, so we were out until later than normal and I didn't get much sleep, which is the reason for my appearance. But anyway, I guess that's why we wear makeup, so that we can make ourselves look and feel better when we're not at our best. So let's just look at it from that perspective. Also, I'm experiencing just a little bit of pilling around my eyes, and I think it's because I use this Charlotte depuffing cream, which is not super compatible with this product. As long as I can blend it in with my fingers, I think I should be fine. Seems pretty good, pretty smooth. Moving on. So I have a new concealer to test out today, and I am gonna use the concealer before I apply my foundation. You'll see why. But anyway, this new concealer that I'm talking about is from Elizabeth Arden. It's called the Flawless Finish Skin Caring Concealer. This is a new concealer for Elizabeth Arden. I have it in 3 shades, 305, 335, and 415. I'm thinking I want to go for the lightest one, which is 305. It has a bit of a pinky undertone, whereas the others are a little bit more yellow based. And I want to see if I can counteract some of this darkness around my eyes. I'm gonna grab my Rare Beauty concealer brush and let's see what happens. So far, this looks like a really promising concealer. I like how it just blended out in the under eye, covering up all the darkness, but still looking very, very natural and very radiant. So not too matte, but also not luminous, though I am seeing a little bit of a light reflecting finish here. I'm gonna add a little bit more. I do like the doe foot applicator. I want to see if this one is buildable. Keep looking at myself in the monitor just to gauge if I'm getting any less puffy. Okay, I feel like that did it. That was just like a really good quick fix. I'm definitely gonna test out the other shades as well. Before the under eye and for my current skin tone, I feel like that was a good choice and it looks almost undetectable on the skin. Very, very nice. All right, moving on. So this next product I am so super excited about, and it's from a brand that doesn't usually excite me much. I'm sorry to say it this way, but you can probably tell where I'm heading. I am heading in the direction of ColourPop. Yes, ColourPop. So ColourPop, as you know, is like a hit or a miss type of brand with me. I either really like their products or I really don't like them. But I really, really like their Pretty Fresh line, especially the foundation. This new powder foundation is from that line as well. And it's supposed to be a powder foundation that you can use on your bare skin or on top of the Pretty Fresh foundation. So here is the packaging. This is $14. It comes with a nice applicator. Not a huge fan of this clunky packaging. I feel like there's a lot of unnecessary plastic here. Like it could be way smaller, it could be way flatter, but I'm not here to judge the packaging. I'm here to judge the product. All right, so here we have shade 10, also shade 11 and shade 12. I will show you a close-up of what all of these look like. So by the looks of it, I am thinking I am probably gonna be shade 11. Just looks a little bit neutral as opposed to the other two, which to me are leaning a pinch pink or peach. But I am gonna try this one to set the under eye. I'm gonna use my Charlotte T brush and lock that in place. Oh man, I actually see that powder on my skin while I'm looking at the monitor. So maybe that wasn't the best idea, but let's see. All right, I'm gonna pick up shade 11 and I'm gonna test this out in 2 different ways. So first, I'm going to pick up my IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe French Boutique blush brush. I use this one for powder. I'm just gonna go ahead and swipe this across lightly, kind of like a dusting, just to see if I can apply it that way and if it's gonna give me the coverage that I want. I feel like this way of application, what is in my eye? Is that a cat hair? I feel like this type of application will give you minimal coverage, which is good for my forehead, but I'll probably need a little bit more coverage for these areas here where I have more major acne spots. So let's see. I'm gonna just continue dusting it all over the face. I knew that that primer would work very well with this powder foundation. But anyway, once I've applied a nice thin layer, I'm gonna pick up the sponge. I'm gonna dip into the powder. And I'm gonna see if I can build up the coverage in those areas where I need it most. Like right here, where I have some breakouts. Right here where I have some acne scars. Right here where I have some open pores. And basically anywhere where I need a bit more pigment. Okay, I really like the way that it's looking so far in my mirror. I like how it's looking in my monitor. The finish is very matte, but not fake matte. It still looks kind of natural, I would say. So I guess you can say that I was sort of expecting it. I heard great things about this powder foundation, and judging by how I feel about the Pretty Fresh liquid foundation from ColourPop, I knew that this one was gonna be a hit for me. Obviously, I don't know how this is gonna wear throughout the day. I will update you on that, but so far, at first impression, I really love the way that it's making my skin look. It's making it look pretty and fresh. Let's see if maybe I can add a little bit of this medium shade 12, just like in the perimeter of my face to add a bit of dimension, but so far so good. Though I wouldn't actually use this product to set my under eye concealer. That definitely makes it a little bit too visible, a little bit too full coverage, like a little too drastic. I can still kind of see the border between the concealer and the rest of my face, but that's okay because we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna make it work. So let's move on to blush. So in the blushes category, we have lots of heart-shaped blushes this time around. We have this really cute, looks like cream or perhaps liquid blush from Kaja Beauty, or is it Kaya? I'm not sure. Oh my God, looks so adorable. I'm obsessed with this packaging. But you know what? I feel like I should save this for another video because I definitely do not want to compromise this powder foundation. I'm gonna set that aside and I'm gonna go for another heart-shaped blush. This one also from ColourPop, but from a different collection. This one right here, just in time for Valentine's Day. ColourPop's Secret Admirer collection. So basically they came out with a lot of different things. There is an eyeshadow palette in there, very pink, not really something that I'm personally in the mood for. There's also like a very cute pink heart-shaped hairbrush in here that I might keep or I might give it away, I don't know. There's also some glosses, but what I'm really interested in are these blushes, just because the packaging is adorable. And these are powder blushes, which, if I'm honest, is probably my favorite blush formulation, just because it is so reliable for me, someone who is very oily. This just looks like it's right up my alley. So there's 5 shades in here, perhaps 6, but I just see 5 in front of me. I really like this shade here called Kiss and Tell. Kind of just like a neutral, pale, nudie peach vibe type of blush. We also have this shade here called Flirt Alert. Oh, this one's so cute. Like a cooler version of that one. And then we have 3 very bright ones. We've got Baby Cakes, we've got Forever Yours, and we've got Text Me. Kind of torn between these two. I like these types of blushes on me, especially for every day. But I'm thinking let's go for a cooler one, just so that it can pop against my skin tone. If you're new to my channel, this is something that I say often, but I'll repeat it in this video. I always find that if you use a contrasting undertone of blush on your skin tone, then it will pop against your skin tone. So if you're a cooler skin tone and you want a blush to pop, then you would probably go with a warm blush so that it can contrast, or a cool blush so that it can look more natural. All right, I'm gonna reach for this Refer 05 brush. Oh, I will say that was more pigmented than I expected it. And also, I thought it applied a little chalky, like just a little too much like a swipe of color. You know what I mean? Like chalky, and it's not really sticking to my skin. I don't know. But then it did stick to my concealer over here, so that's not super good. I guess the quality of this blush is just okay. I was expecting more, but I'm definitely glad I didn't go for the brighter colors because something about this powder seems a little weird. I don't know. This blush doesn't feel like a blush. It feels more like an eyeshadow to me. Anyway, setting that aside, we've got lots more things to test out and try out. So let's keep going. Okay, eyeshadow category. I have a couple of things that I'm interested in testing out. Number one is the Smokey Eyes Are Forever eyeshadow palette from Charlotte T. This one, I believe, was part of their holiday collection, though I'm not sure, but it's definitely a palette that I don't already own. It's a new one for me. And I gotta say, I love these 12 pan palettes from Charlotte. I feel that the quality on these is a lot better than the quads, so I'm excited about that. Also, from Too Faced, I have the new Too Femme collection, which looks so pretty and so springy with all the butterfly and pastel vibes. And in this collection, there is an eyeshadow palette. Oh, and also an eyeshadow primer, the Shadow Insurance, that I am interested in. This is what the palette looks like. It's just so whimsical. It's so like happy and effortless and pretty. I like this one as well, and I'm interested in both of these. So what I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna use this Too Faced Shadow Insurance to prime my lids. I haven't used this one in years. And last I checked, they had a squeezy tube applicator, but now it's a doe foot. Okay, camera cut off, but I blended out the primer off camera because I don't like to let a primer sit on my lids, especially one that I haven't used in a while. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna do is dip into one of these palettes. I'm not really sure what look to go for today. I'm thinking I want something easy, so I guess I'm gonna reach for this shade here using the Huda Beauty Eye Smudge Brush. And I'm gonna apply this to the outer portion of my lid, kind of in a diagonal, extending in a wing. I really do want a very effortless, everyday kind of wearable look, and this shadow is definitely delivering. There's absolutely no patchiness. It's applying quite seamlessly, and there's also no fallout. Ooh, this is really, really good. I like it. Next, I'm gonna dip into the Too Faced shadow, and I'm gonna grab this lighter shade here. Looks like a slightly peachy nude, and I think it'll go nicely with this brown. So basically, I'm just gonna blend that over the inner portion and also over the wing of that brown just to kind of soften it. I'm gonna grab a clean brush and just diffuse those edges, making sure everything is nicely blended. Adding back some of that brown. And then I'm gonna grab this shade here. Ooh, this feels so silky. Wow. I'm gonna add that to the inner portion and kind of just diffuse all over the lid. Okay, I will say there's clearly a difference between the Charlotte T and Too Faced eyeshadows. I actually feel like... Alexa, read me the notification.
A shipment has arrived, including soft transition tight.
Soft transition tight? I don't even know what that is. Okay, so as I was saying before, I almost feel like I might have ruined the first Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadow with the second shadow, which happened to be Too Faced, which seemed to apply very chalky, kind of like the ColourPop blush, but then adding the sparkly shadow on top just brought everything together and made it a little bit better. Don't you think? Like now it's making a little bit more sense. All right, I am gonna try out one more shadow from here. I'm gonna go for this matte cream looking shadow, add that to my brow bone just to diffuse the sparkle and clean it up. Yeah, I don't know. Just seems a little too dry for my liking. Like it's okay for the brow bone, but I feel like I'm dipping my brush a lot and it's not giving me the payoff that I am typically used to. Like it's okay, it did the job, but didn't quite do it well. Having a little bit of trouble. Okay, I'm gonna reach for this shadow now from the Charlotte palette, and I'm gonna attempt to do the same thing. Yeah, I don't know. The Too Faced powders are just so patchy and so like hard to remove. Even though they're chalky, they're clinging to certain parts of the primer and the result doesn't look very even, so it's never a good thing. I'm gonna need to do a little something to fix this up because so far, I'm not pleased. All right, so I went ahead and grabbed a bunch of new liquid liners because I definitely need to fix all the patchiness that's happening here, especially in this eye. You can like even see that there's 2 dots that I can't seem to blend out. So the only way to fix that issue is to actually draw over them. So I have 3 new liners here. One from Catrice. It is a dippy type of liner, which is my favorite. We have another one from Essence, and this is a waterproof eyeliner pen, marker type. Looks like a felt tip. And the third one here is Morphe Make It Big, which is also a marker, but not a felt tip. Instead, it has bristles. So I guess I'm gonna go for the CATRICE Glam Doll Easy Wash Off Powerhold Liner. And I'm gonna get creative. All right, here we go. I'm gonna start out as I usually do by just creating a very dramatic wing, like that. Keeping it very thick in the outer portion and very thin along the lash line. Yeah, like that. And already it's looking better. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other eye. It looks pretty damn good. And the next thing I'm gonna do is grab the Morphe liner. Oh, this thing is dry AF. Okay, I'm gonna grab the Essence eyeliner pen. And with my eye open, I'm going to trace a thin line back to my wing like that. Thicken that just a pinch in the outer portion, but essentially I just want it to be very graphic and very high up, like significantly higher than my crease. Literally what I'm doing is I'm disguising the mistake that I made here by mixing the two eyeshadows, and now I'm gonna make them match. All right, so this is going a bit into the Euphoria direction, so let's take it all the way there. I'm gonna reach back for this liner, and I am going to add a thick lash extension twiggy, just one, on each side. This is actually something that I saw on Euphoria, and this is a show that I watch very closely for the makeup, and it's something that I've been implementing ever since I've seen it. Oh yeah, okay. I'm gonna grab some rhinestones, of course, because even though this was supposed to be very wearable, it clearly is not heading in that direction. So, I'm gonna dot on some glue right here and right here. Let's make it make sense. Medium-sized rhinestone, boom, and boom. And then a smaller one on the bottom. All right, rhinestones are on. I definitely need to find that tool for picking up rhinestones. I had one, I misplaced it, and now here I am. But anyway, where was I? Ah yes, I've got a new mascara to test out, and it is from YSL. Look at this gorgeous PR package. So this is supposed to be a super volumizing mascara, which is why they also included a speaker. Thank you YSL for that. Let's test out this Lash Clash full volume mascara. All right, I am gonna curl my lashes just once on the top and a few times on the bottom. And let's see, well, the packaging on this is really very chic. Non-gimmicky wand that I like, but it is a really big wand. So if you're someone who has very small eyes or very short lashes like me, this might be a little too big for you. I will definitely need to try this out on a day where I'm not wearing so much eyeshadow and liner, just so I can actually see my lashes and what I'm doing. But for now, I can say that the formula is creamy, it's thick. It's definitely a little bit on the clumpy side, which I don't take as such a negative thing because now you can clearly see my lower lashes. The clumps is actually what builds up the volume, I think. But I don't find that the brush is picking up enough mascara, especially for its size. So the double and triple dipping to me isn't the most time effective thing, which, you know, it is what it is. All right. I'll definitely have to give this another trial run, but for now, those are the lashes. Also, I'm thinking I definitely need a little something extra on the top, so I am gonna go for these ARDELL Eco Lashes. These are natural fibers, organic cotton bands. I think I'm gonna go for this bigger style here, style 455. Oh, even the packaging here is paper, so that's really nice. All right, I'm gonna cut these lashes to size, and then I'm gonna glue these babies on. Honestly, these lashes feel very, very light. So that I really like. Ooh. Wow, these are quite nice. So the band is so thin that you have to be very specific with the way you place the lash so that it doesn't pull on the liner. So in this case, I kind of pulled on the liner and now I need to reestablish that line. All right, here we go. Kind of pleased with myself. Okay, Maryam. And here I was thinking it wasn't going my way. All right, for my highlighter, I am going to grab this PIXI Plus Hello Kitty Sweet Glow powder highlighter. It's actually a blush, but I'm going to use it as a highlighter today. And this is the other shade that I didn't have in my review because my original one came in crushed, but I did just get a replacement. So today I am going to use that right on top of my blush. And I gotta say, that hit the spot. That is very, very lovely. Okay, for the lips, I have something new and exciting, and it is the new Huda Beauty Reformulated Liquid Lipstick, you guys. The Huda Beauty Liquid Matte, better than ever. So here I was sent the 5 new shades, which is an extension to their current range. I have the shade Miss America, which is a red, Trophy Wife, which is like a pinky burgundy, Perfectionist, which is like a pinky nude, Icon, looks like a coral, and Bombshell. So let's see, this new and improved formula is vegan friendly. even more comfortable on the lips, and extended shade range to suit all skin tones, 8-hour wear, transfer proof, ultra comfortable, thinnest possible formula that dries down with 0 stickiness. And it's also infused with Huda Beauty's unique Lip Love Complex, lycopene, olive oil, vitamin A and E, and essential fatty acids for a supple moisturized pout. All right, I like that. Okay, so for my look today, I am thinking, this bombshell is it. So what I'm gonna do is apply it straight from the wand. Ooh. How fresh is this shade? All right, so I'm gonna give it a second to set. Usually with liquid lipsticks, you don't wanna talk and you don't wanna touch your two lips together before they have a chance to set. Otherwise, you can remove some color. So I'm just gonna let this dry. The color is so pretty, so pretty. Okay, that looked like it dried down pretty quickly. I will say this feels very light on the lips. Like, it doesn't feel like I'm wearing lipstick. It also doesn't feel very tight. You know how certain liquid lipsticks, or at least like some of the original formulas, made your lips feel like there was a crust of something on them. These in no way feel like that. It's not tightening, it's not uncomfortable. I definitely see the improvement, and its color is stunning, gorgeous. All right, so let me zhuzh up my hair. Let me put myself together and let me present you with this final look. Slightly Euphoria inspired. Supposed to have been very easy and everyday, but ended up being a little bit more complicated just because I found myself having to fix some mistakes. But anyway, here is the look that I came up with. I think it's quite cute, considering that I was trying a whole bunch of things that I've never tried before. So let's go over everything that I've tested, or at least let's go over some of the standouts. For sure, the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Foundation Powder is a standout for me in this video trial. I definitely feel like it was easy to apply. It 100% perfected my skin. It does feel quite weightless on the skin. It makes me look more put together, but not super cakey. I really like the finish. I don't know how well this would wear, but I'll definitely update you in a future video. But so far, I am very impressed, and I had a feeling that I would be impressed because I'm a big fan of the original liquid foundation from the same collection. Similarly, I was very intrigued by this Elizabeth Arden concealer that I tried on my under eye. So far, so good. It looks really nice on camera. It looks really good in my mirror, even though I wouldn't necessarily set it with a super pigmented type of powder. But I think it'll wear really well with just like a regular translucent type of powder, like from One Size or from Laura Mercier or whatnot. So definitely going to continue testing that product out. I can definitely see the improvement in Huda Beauty's liquid lipstick formula. Feels super comfortable on the lips, and definitely better than how I remember this lipstick feeling. So I like the improvement, and I can't wait to try more shades. This YSL mascara, felt a little clumpy to me. It felt like the wand was just a little too big for my lashes, but with mascaras, I feel like you gotta give them more than just one chance, and you gotta try them out in different ways, not with like fake lashes over them. But speaking of fake lashes, I'm quite intrigued by this ARDELL Eco Lashes collection. I like this style. I feel like, I wanna say I don't even feel them on my eyes. That's how light they are, so that's definitely a nice thing. Also, even though I did not try too many eyeshadows from the Charlotte T palette, the ones that I tried, I absolutely liked, and I have a feeling that this will be a palette that I like overall, just because it's Charlotte and she's known for these palettes, and I expect that this is gonna be one that I keep in my arsenal for a long time. Sadly, I can't say the same thing about this Too Faced palette. The couple of eyeshadows that I tried from here felt very, very chalky, also not smooth enough. Also, I just felt like they were applying a little too patchy on the primer. I'll probably give this another chance, but am I really interested? Probably not. Similarly, these ColourPop blushes, although so super cute, they just did not hit the mark. They felt very powdery to me, not creamy enough, just like a little too thin, a little too sheer, but not in a buildable way. I'll probably try out a different color to see if it was a color thing, but overall, I think these are just cute to look at. Love this new blush highlighter from PIXI X Hello Kitty. I like the other one as well. Check out my video on the whole collection, but this one's no different. And yeah, and that's pretty much everything that stood out to me. If there was something that I didn't mention for some reason, it's probably because I don't have an opinion on it just yet, or maybe it's not memorable enough for me to even remember to bring it up at this moment. But yeah, that's your video, that's your look. And I gotta say, I think it's quite cute. Thank you guys so much for watching and for subscribing and for sticking to the end. I hope you enjoyed this testing out a new makeup video. I will absolutely see you in the next video, which will probably be my faves X fails for the month of January. Oh yeah, we're due for that one. Anyways, love you guys. I will see you in the next one. Mwah. Peace out. And check out more videos over here.